Hello, how are you today? It's nice to have you again. Remember, in our last class, we talked about our maker. Today, we will be learning a very interesting topic, which is the school. Did you hear that? The school. Do you know what school is and what we do in school? Alright, sit down quietly and listen. School is a place where we go to learn how to read and write. School is a place where we go to learn how to read and write. What do we do in school? Go to learn how to read and write. Do you know the name of our school? The name of our school is Children's Academy, Nursery and Primary. What is the name of our school? Children's Academy, Nursery and Primary. Remember, I told you we come to school to learn how to read and write. Yes, in our school we have different people that rules. Yes, people that rules the school. Now look at this. Do you know who is this? This is our school administrator. Yes, our school administrator. And do you know her name? Her name is Miss Joanne. What is her name? Very good. Her name is Miss Joanne. Look at another person again. Do you know who is this? Good. This is our head mistress, our head of school. Who is this? Our head of school. And do you know her name? Alright, her name is Mrs. Omorige. What is her name? Mrs. Omorige. Can you say that again? Mrs. Omorige. Yes, Mrs. Omorige is the head of our school. So she is head of school. Now, we also have our teachers or our caregivers that teaches us in the classroom. Do you know the name of your caregiver? Yes, our caregivers. Who is this? Good, Mrs. OKOAWOH. Yes, Mrs. OKOAWOH is one of our caregiver. Mrs. OKOAWOH is one of our caregiver. And another of our caregiver is Miss Antonia. Can you see her? Yes, Miss Antonia is also your caregiver. So the names of your caregivers are Mrs. OKOAWOH and Miss Antonia. Now, in our school, we have things we see around, even in your classroom. Yes, now look at this. Chairs. Yes, do you have chairs in your classroom? Good, yes, we have chairs in our classroom. So, in your classroom, you can see chairs. You can also see tables. Yes, your classroom tables. Yes, you sit down on your chair and you write on your table. So, in school, you will see chairs. You can also see tables. Other things you can see in your classroom, they are books. Yes, do you have books in your classroom? Very good. Yes, we have books in our classroom. And what do we use our books to do? Good. Yes, we use them to write. Remember we said we come to school to learn how to read and write. So we write in our books. So we have books in our classroom. Another thing we have in our classroom, they are pencils. Wow, can you see our pencils? Yes, we have pencils in our classroom. So we can always see pencils in the classroom. Now, can you tell me things we can see in the school? Table, good. Chairs, very good. Pencils, very good. And what? And books. That is very good. So we remember we come to school to learn how to read and write, and we can use our books and pencil to write. All right, this brings us to the end of today's class. Until we meet again in our next class. Bye.